Very big announcement.
Very big announcement.
And this announcement is so big, it's going to blow you guys away. Miles and I are nominated for a Tony Award. Oh, that wasn't it? Hang on.
That's not true.
Let me read the other side of this paper. Oh, we're doing our first ever live Bellied Up, ladies and gentlemen.
Bellied Up Live.
Bellied Up Live.
It's not live Bellied Up. It's Bellied Up Live.
Bellied Up. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We're doing it live. We'll do it live.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally
We did it.
we committed.
We did a thing.
Whoopsies, we did I did a thing.
I did a thing. Zanies, Chicago, July 8th. After 4th of July weekend. Don't party too hardy because we're coming into town. You guys better be tailgating it. We want all the fibs coming out. I know I've been mean.
Yeah, this isn't great for a first show.
This was convenient.
You basically have gone on like a 3-year run on this podcast. On this podcast.
On this podcast alone, 3 years.
Just shitting on fibs. And now we're like, hey, fibs, come to our show in Chicago.
Yeah, well, we figure, Pope's a fib. Might as well do it with the fibs,
That's true.
The fibs are holy now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming. We're coming to town July 8th. We're going to do one show, maybe two. One show, maybe two. Two shows, maybe three. Three show, maybe four. Four. Can I get a five? Five show, maybe six. Six show, maybe seven. Seven show, maybe seven. There it is. Seven and eight. And nine over there.
For sure, one show.
For sure, one show, possibly two.
We'll see.
We're piloting it out, guys. You're going to be here for the experimentation side. It's going to get weird in there.
Yeah, you remind people that this will be our first show. We'll be working out the kinks.
Yeah, set the bar low, walk right over it.
So what's it going to look like, Charlie? What can they expect if they come to Bellied Up Live?
You come to Bellied Up Live, you're going to sit down, and there's going to be a screen there. There's going to be a screen behind the stage. It's going to have a QR code on it. With that QR code, you are going to be able to submit your questions, your buy, sell, and trade, your weird things, whatever it is. We'll probably put a prompt above the QR code asking for something specific. It's your opportunity.
Well, yeah, so basically you get into the venue, get into Zanies, you're going to get yourself a drink.
Yeah.
And then you're going to scan the QR code, you're going to submit your topic, and Charlie and I aren't just going to be messing around the green room.
No.
We're going to be pouring over your topics.
We're just going to be, we are going to get dialed in.
We're going to get dialed in. We're going to pour over your topics. We're going to pick the ones that we think are the best. So you got to bring some heat, too.
Bring that heat.
And once the show starts, at some point, we'll have the people that submitted the topics that we like the best come up on stage and discuss it with us, just like we are doing Bellied Up right here today.
Well, put simpler, you're going to come up on stage and belly up to the bar with us.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're going to...
whether or not it's a real bar or it's a table,
our budget is limited.
We haven't worked that out yet.
No,
but
we haven't worked out the kinks, but it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a great time. And also, if you have something you want to buy, sell, or trade, bring it in. Make sure it's not a firearm. They don't allow those.
They don't. They do not.
Yeah. No.
And also make it small.
Yeah. Like,
don't bring a kayak.
Yeah, you can bring a grenade. That's been emptied out, though.
Okay.
Yeah. They sell them at the Army repo stores.
Yeah. But make it small,
Small.
Don't be bringing in a, lawnmower.
Yeah, it's a tight club. Club. It actually used to be a strip joint back in the day. Yeah,
really?
It's a very long, thin club. Ooh, food arrived. Wow, that looks really good.
Thank you very much. I don't think so.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate you. Ooh, gonna eat that after the intro. I'm gonna steal some of your fries too, Miles.
I know.
I got a salad, so I steal Miles' fries.
But I think it's gonna be fun. This will be my first live show.
Yeah, but you've been on stage before, Miles.
Been on stage, but still first live show.
You nervous?
Not really.
A little bit.
I'm not too nervous about it.
A little bit.
More excited.
Okay. Yeah.
Excited nerves.
Yep. Nervousness. Just. I forgot I left my wings in your fridge. Damn it. Nervousness oftentimes is just covering up for excitement.
Yeah.
It's nervous facing excitement. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to all of us.
I think it's going to be fun, though.
Gonna be a great time. We'll have some other comedians there as well, just to warm you guys up, get you acquainted. Well, we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a great time.
Make sure you get to tailgate beforehand.
Yeah.
Get some beers going. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Show will be at like probably 7:00, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't fully figured it out yet, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait to see you guys in Chicago, July 8th for the first ever Bellied Up. Fudge it. We'll do it live.
Fudge it. We'll do it live. Frick it.
Frick it. We'll do it live.
Frick it. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Said Zanies, right?
Zanies, yeah.
You said Chicago Zanies. So
Old Town.
Well, we'll probably put the link in the description of the episode. So buy tickets.
Yeah, you click on the link. Pretty self-explanatory. Keeping the ticket prices pretty reasonable too.
They may go hot too, so you gotta be quick.
Yeah, they may go quick because it's a hot tick.
Nice.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bellied Up Podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Berens, here with Miles, the You Betcha guy and comedian and buddy of ours.
That's kind of trailed off after comedian. You're a comedian.
He's a comedian, right?
His buddy, you know. John Crist, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody? Yeah.
You know him, you love him, and he's got his own drink here at the Red Door Saloon in Nashville, Tennessee. What is the drink? Looks a little creamy.
Sir. Well, I've been sober for 5 years, and this is the bar.
Congratulations.
This is the bar that my sponsor. Technically, I'm not allowed within 50 yards of here,
Okay.
but it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
It'll come out way after you're here, so
I was like, it's like what you know how like if you're like a cocaine addict, you're like, I need $3,000 cash, and your wife's like, no, this is one of the things this was one of the red flags.
Yeah, right.
I go, no, I got to go to Red Door Saloon in the afternoon, but it's for work. it's for a podcast. It's for Charlie Berens' podcast. They're
Thank you.
yeah, are you guys just setting up an Instagram live so you can get drunk? But this is actually there's no alcohol in this drink.
Well, what is in it?
I don't know.
Let's taste and see if we
John
can figure
Crist.
it out.
Okay, let me think.
Ooh, there's pink
yeah,
lemonade.
Dude. Let it wash over you, brother.
Okay.
No, there's not pink lemonade in it.
What? There's something creamy.
yeah. I mean, it just tastes like,
It's like
I'm on a
pineapple.
beach. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a pineapple.
Oh, pineapple.
Yeah, that's the flavor
Sprite.
I was thinking.
Yep.
Sprite.
Yeah, it's like pineapple Sprite and a little bit of
Got some Red
if
Bull
you
in
plug
there.
those, if you plug those in, I'm sure a drink would pop up. of
it's
like
a Long
what-
Island iced tea minus alcohol. Or
Oh,
it's like they just go, hey, what do you want? Yeah, I got stuff. Well, just anything non-alcoholic back there, they're just pouring it in here.
oh, nice.
That's probably what that is.
And then they just throw an orange
Yeah.
thing on the side, just to, like make it
They
look
don't even have
fancy.
oranges here. They're like, well, this is a bar. dude."
Like a boozeless wop,
Yeah.
kind of. You know.
Can I
Can we
order-
say that?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
A boozeless wop. That's great.
You can.
I mean, that's what they
That's what they
call
call
it.
it.
Yeah,
That's
they
what they
call it you call it wop, not a wop.
Now,
Wop.
this you're gonna get a lot of respect in Nashville for doing it at this bar.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's like, oh, Red Door. Yeah, these guys know the town.
yeah, that's nice.
I'm trying to think if we were at like Miranda Lambert's. They're like, all right, dude, skip this episode.
As we were at
we were
Luke
just-
Bryan's on Monday.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It was Luke's 32 Bridge, which
Luke's-
is way different.
and
It's
then
different.
and then we did Acme Seed and Feed.
That's
or
a good
something.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the way Lower Broadway. The
Yeah.
farther you start at the top of Broadway, when you're Acme is about a 3:30 in the morning spot.
Oh,
Mm,
okay.
You go, we're at Acme. I go, dude, call an Uber. yeah, immediately, dude. You're at Acme? Wow, all right. I go, how did you get there? That's
so what?
like a-
So what would you tell us if we told you we were there at 11 a.m.?
yeah, even
We
worse.
opened it.
I go, dude, when you go to rehab, you're like, what was rock bottom? Acme at 11.
At 11.
No, it is.
Searching for my soul from the night before.
You want to get lunch? Sure, dude, we're still here. Don't they have
You
our
could tell
cake?
the staff was kind of looking at us like, "Why are you here right
yeah,
now?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, we'll get you another drink, but you shouldn't. Go
It's-
belly up at the bar at Acme. No, this is I would say I think I tweeted out like 2 weeks ago. I was like, hey, Luke Bryan, y'all sleep on Luke Bryan. This guy's been putting out hits since you were in high school. Don't you think so?
Oh yeah.
People disrespect Luke Bryan. I don't like it. I'm not having it.
You're not having it?
I'm not having it anymore. This guy's been serving you nothing but hits since you were in middle school. And you're like, oh, Luke Bryan.
I got to be honest with you. If you named like 10 songs, I'm not sure I'd be able to pick out the Luke, because Luke Bryan in my mind, and this is a non-Nashville sort of thing to say,
Let's hear it.
He kind of blends in with a lot of other dudes,
From the
country
era.
dudes.
From the era or no?
Just generally speaking. I don't know that I know the distinct difference between Luke Bryan and...
Yeah, I mean, he gets the most flack for being the guy
Like
that talks about the trucks and the beer and the girl. And,
Luke Bryan.
Oh, that's all Luke Bryan
Yeah.
stuff.
pretty much.
Oh, wait, is this his? Like, back of the truck with the window down.
That's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Or like...
You're just talking about country music.
Oh, no. And the radio low.
And the radio up.
Is that it? Yeah.
That chicken fried.
No,
Cold
not that
beer.
one.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what
He does have a song called, yeah.
You know where you kind of rap
He's
talking?
got a song called "Kick the Dust Up."
Yeah.
and honestly, I know what you're saying, but that song
Hits.
it's tough for me.
Oh, you don't like it?
Nah, it's
Wow.
tough.
Yeah.
We can't do this. We can't be coming here in
can't do this.
Nashville.
We can't do this.
We
Yeah.
we got to change our tune right now,
Yeah.
Miles. We're gonna get a lot of
Okay.
hate here. We
Yeah.
can't come here to the Red Door Saloon.
And talking about whatever y'all bring up down here from the north.
Yeah.
This if we're saying this tonight at this bar, we're kicked out.
Okay.
We might be kicked out if we talk louder about it right now.
Yeah, you kicked out of here. That's all they have is Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean on that jukebox.
We should play it.
That's all they have.
Yeah.
Like, we can't have anything else in here.
Well, I'm a huge fan myself. So
Of Luke Bryan?
Yeah.
Name 2 songs.
No,
other
no.
than Kick
See,
the
it's
Dust
not
Up.
like that. But if you hear it, like I went to Alan Jackson a couple years ago. I was like, Alan Jackson. And then I knew every song.
yeah,
You go to Jason Aldean, you go to Luke Bryan, you'll know every song.
it
And
would be fun.
Every country artist should be judged by how many do you know?
Okay, how many? Not
How many do you know?
Not how many can you recall? It's not like a fill in the blank. It's a
When
you
they
hear
play it, you go, oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
And what would you say? For you, I would say
Yeah,
Luke
you know a
Bryan,
good amount of them.
I'm
yeah,
15, 20.
yeah.
You start singing one.
No, you got to just hear them.
Oh,
You want me to
okay.
bring it out?
Sure.
All
Yeah,
right, yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if
Luke Bryan.
All right,
Yeah, you would
guys, this
know.
is the new segment called "How Many Luke Bryan Songs Does Charlie Know?"
Yeah, you stop the song and see if I can
Okay,
complete
no, I
it.
can't. We can't play it.
How
right?
many
But
notes? You seem like the show. Like, how many notes do you think you could name that tune?
All right, country girl, shake it for me.
Shake it for me.
Okay.
Red
One.
Country.
Play it
Johnny.
again, play it again, play it again. I just said this 3 times.
It's kind of his MO, though.
That's my kind of night. You know all these
Oh,
songs.
that's my
Yeah.
kind of night.
One margarita.
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
Well, maybe it's the way you're singing.
You're,
it.
you're also just
You're
reading
just
the
reading
title.
me lyrics for
No, he's not reading lyrics. He's just reading the title in a sing-songy way.
Yeah, this isn't fair to me right now.
Margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita.
Floor.
shot. No, no. Yeah.
He's got no knocking boots too.
Oh,
Knocking
yeah. I can't
boots.
play it right because that'll be on the
Probably, yeah.
no, so we don't wanna get-
That's all right.
we
It was a fun game while it lasted.
We got big time advertisers here, so we don't want to,
What'd you just do?
No, I should say we got sponsors that if
Oh,
we,
yeah.
if we get copyrighted. So.
Twist the labels. No, I get it. Smart. I'm slow on the uptake.
What did you just do?
So,
He just, as a Wisconsin guy, he just saw you touch the rim of his beer, and he
Yeah.
went into fight or flight mode.
what are you doing? Huh?
So
Never
touch
touch
the top of
man's
another
beer.
man's
Not done
beer
with this
bottle.
yet.
My fault. I should have
Trying
done
to
it from the
clear
bottom. You know, you're right.
So yeah, what's been going on, man?
Lots going on in Nashville.
Yeah, dude,
A lot of
What's going
cranes.
on
Yeah.
in
A lot of
Nashville?
cranes
there's
going
more
on.
cranes than a sandy bottom lake in Wisconsin. There, you know, that's a crane joke for you.
That's just not the humor you're going to find
No,
on
that's
any
pretty
other
good.
podcast.
Have you guys ever heard a crane do its call?
Like one of those white birds.
Dude, it sounds like
Let's
you
hear
got
it.
dragons.
Again,
it's like,
we don't want to get copyrighted, but bring up a crane
let's
call.
bring up a crane call. I can't do it.
Just do it, Charlie.
It's
You
like-
got it.
It's going to sound too much like my ego, like, or Play it because that's
And we'll
not doing
see if
it
that's
justice. It's not.
Jared's like, I don't know.
That wasn't making the noise that I hoped would come out of my mouth. So, hang on, let me find it. Crane.
And if you're wondering, this is now the second time on the. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, but they do that like you knew where I was going with it, but they do that up in the air, you know, and it comes out of nowhere. It's loud. It's so loud.
What is it for? Mating?
Yeah, you know, just letting. It's what they do before they breathe fire on you. You know, yeah, they're little dragons.
That'd be hard to shoot. Do you hunt them?
They were extinct because they're not very hard to shoot at all, as it turns out.
They extincted themselves.
Yeah, they got people would eat them. It was the sirloin of the sky back in the day, but now
If you call that extinct, or you just call it they didn't make it. We didn't take them out.
They were asking for it.
Yeah.
they were flying too low.
Nature's extinction.
Yeah.
What do you got? What don't the birds fly from up there? They come down here for the summer?
Yeah, sometimes
We don't know where they go. We just know they leave.
Yeah.
What birds?
A lot of them, you know, ducks, geese, cranes, I'm sure have a migratory pattern. Scarlet tanagers, you know. Typically what happens is they'll come down for the winter
Is that an
months.
actress?
No, dude.
Scarlet
She kind of sounds hot.
I follow her on Instagram. Scarlet
She's in the next Marvel movie. She's Mrs. Marvel.
The red-breasted mergansers. I've talked about them on this podcast. That's another.
I'm not making a joke.
So you're,
Tufted titmouse.
laughing. This is not an uncommon thing. I got to hear Bird talk a lot on this
He
podcast.
put up a rule that said I can't talk about birds, so I'm using my one every 10 episodes right now.
I do. We have one on our podcast about I went on a safari.
Ooh.
And I bring it up. I go, well, when I was on the safari, I think I bring it up every episode. And they're like, no. They're like 10 minutes in. Safari. Yeah. And now I'm doing it on someone else's pod.
Yeah. Well, what'd you see on that safari?
Well, I go, hey, listen, here's how these type of things go.
Yeah.
Because like we can't like my girlfriend, she's always we had the what's it called where they all run through the gorge in Lion King.
Yeah, the
That was
stampede.
sad,
Wildebeest,
man.
wildebeest.
The wildebeest, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going across the river. It's just like a Lion King, and there's a bunch of crocs there.
Mm-hmm.
They all got to go together. They're all scared to death to get on the other side.
Oh,
And then one of them got its hoof caught
damn.
in the rocks or something like that, and he was trying to get free. And then our guide goes, "You don't want to see this." I go, "What?" He goes, and it's like, I go, "Should we help? Should we go?" And he goes, "It's the circle of life, really."
He gave you the Mufasa speech?
Yeah.
Did you go on a Disney safari?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't think these are animatronic.
You take your Mickey Mouse ears off, and you're like, oh, this is sad, man.
It's like the Jaws, like, do 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 do. Did you hear something? Oh, yeah. It's,
Did you see it though? Because
we left.
God, I can't believe
I
it.
would have stayed.
You
I
would've?
think. I think I would have.
Well,
stayed.
we did. I mean, we did see a couple, and it was horrific.
Really?
And we saw this is gonna, everybody that follows me is gonna not anymore, but we saw a zebra, and it kind of it was laying down.
Okay.
And I go, they shouldn't be doing that, right? Like there's prey out here.
Yeah.
And it goes, yeah, that's when you know they're hurt, or the pack has to go on. And all the zebra,
they left them behind.
Yeah, and they go. He goes, you see those vultures up there? They go, if we wait here about 10 minutes, this will be a skeleton. And it was. We watched the whole thing.
Did you really?
Yes. That one of them lands and starts like picking at it, and then just, I mean, there's
While it's alive?
100 of them. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was wild.
It's a
spiritual experience.
it really was.
dog eat dog world
You
out
just
there.
go,
Vulture eat zebra.
Vulture eat zebra world out there.
Yeah.
And then he goes, anyway, what's next? And then you just go on to the next thing.
That's crazy.
It was
man.
really wild. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And
That happens in Wisconsin, I'm sure.
yeah, did you? We have some stuff like that, you know.
We go deer hunting.
Well, how far? Listen, okay, that's it. Because how far in the hunting process would you take it before you go, hey, we should probably call it? You know, like the guys that go the big 5 hunting in Africa.
Oh, I don't.
You're
like
like,
that.
Yeah, okay, why not? You don't think it's
Well, here's the way I would do it is the population. Is there a have we built a thing where the population needs this to sort of sustain it? Here's what happens to the deer if they get overpopulated.
Yeah.
They start like licking the same stuff, you know, and they get chronic wasting disease.
and that happens here at Red Door too. If it gets overpopulated in here, people start licking the same stuff.
The packs get close, you know. I'm not doing myself any favors.
Okay,
if we bring the wolves back in a real way where they need the deer, which would probably be preferable in general if you're like a hippie, and which I kind of am, you know, and then I guess there's no reason to do it. But the thing is they're so populated. But that's the other thing is where do you take it like with grasshoppers, you know?
Yeah, everybody would agree that if there's ants in here, you're not going to scoop them up and take them outside, kill them. Right. So you go roaches, kill them.
Palmetto bugs,
rats, kill them. Right. And then you go possum. You go, well, there's like a catch and release possum program that Sebastian has a joke about. He's like, just kill them. Just take them to the other side of town. He's like, you're killing these. But then you go like in Arkansas, the hogs.
Yeah.
You got to kill those.
They mow those things down.
Yeah, those mow them down.
Right.
So then you go, well, what if there's like you go, because I've been to the thing here in town. It's the exotics, the richest of the rich, because it's like I don't want to say it, but it's like addiction is like you got to keep heightening the
bigger the more prize,
they're like, oh, let's get one of those like rams that are on those cliffs in like Utah. And you're like, all right, just forgive your dad. Or like, when does it, you know what I'm saying? But it is like, see, I don't get the dopamine from hunting. I never hunt, but I get,
I mean, the only thing they haven't done is kill a whale and stuff it.
Yeah. Like, then you go, and then you go, well, let's keep like, and then he goes, well, you want to go down to like South Africa. They got these like, or you know what I'm saying? You just have to keep.
Correct.
Yeah, you keep
the trophy just keeps getting larger and larger.
So where do you where would you go? Hey, that's too far for me. And I think some people would say it's too far for them with a deer.
Oh, for sure.
Some people don't like that.
Correct. Yeah.
But I think another thing to like, if you're going to eat meat, you know, then you think, well, what happens to that? Yep. So if a deer, that's pretty environmentally sound way of getting yourself some meat. But so you kind of, but then plants. You know, I got a plant in my house right now, rubber plant, and I this is the only thing in my life I have to take care of. And
how's it going?
I do a pretty subpar job.
Yes,
but I do talk. No, it's not that. I've had many years, and I talk to it. Sometimes it's still doing. Yeah, just has trouble in the winter.
And when you go on the road, probably gets lonely.
Well, it doesn't like a lot of water, so it probably does get lonely.
Well, what about the guy that says, "Hey, Tanzania, it's going to be $50,000 to hunt the lion, but it's going into the economy there, and it's going to help save people."
I can buy that argument.
No, dude, you can.
If you,
I don't know. I could go. Yeah,
I can.
I've heard that before.
I can, no, I know but it depends how sustained the population is because
of humans.
Whatever you're hunting.
That's
like, how are the humans doing? We could,
dude, I'm gonna have to pay for this all back because pretty soon these robots are gonna be running around and they're just gonna be hunting humans for game.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm just a target out there.
It's like
for you first.
So if the robots are hunting us, do you guys think that they would pass you up? You know, like if it's not a big enough rack on a buck, they just look at
humans just get like scrawnier to like.
It's like, nah, I saw him with his shirt off in the shower. Let's leave.
He is not gonna look good on our wall.
That'd be funny. Like just a bunch of us like with our necks through the wall talking to each other. You know?
Well, what do they measure? Like ears or full?
Yeah, probably distance.
If you're balding a little bit, they go, nah, not this guy.
It's an irregular. You know?
I hope they don't measure girth. You know, that would suck.
To hunt. Yeah, because everybody, you know, you got to kind of like, you got to kind of talk yourself into the doing stand up on the road is a little bit of like an addiction for me. Yeah. Where it's a lot of dopamine and you can kind of talk yourself into, I need to do the Wisconsin Funny Bone this weekend. No, I got to work. You got to kind of keep telling somebody a story about why you need to go out
about
there.
Why you're doing that.
Yeah. Well, you've been working 52 weeks in a row. No, I got to a bit that I gotta. They were like, that you should probably take a break.
Yeah, right. And you're like, but
Dude, you're hunting a lion in Zimbabwe? No, dude, the economy. I don't want to.
It's finding any excuse.
Yeah, you got to come up with something.
I feel so bad hunting any sort of like lion or deer is pretty much the top of the thing I've taken.
Well, like a hippo, the big five, which are like, what the big five are?
Not really, no.
Can you look that up? The big five.
It was Chris Webber.
Yeah, now you're talking, dude. Yeah. The big five, I believe.
No, it's a Fab Five.
It's the hardest.
Fab Five.
It's the hardest animals to kill.
Hardest animals to kill.
So one of them is like
we can look that up. You don't need to one-hand it right now. I'll try to. I'll give it up.
Big five animals Africa: lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, rhino.
I don't know, man. I couldn't do that.
But hunting an elephant is not hard.
Right.
It doesn't
like
take
if
any
you
skill.
can't hit an elephant,
It's not like a leopard is pretty hard to track.
Correct.
Yeah. And to get a rhino is not hard. Only an elephant, but you gotta have an elephant in your house.
Well, yeah, it makes sense.
But it must be
dopamine.
Oh,
but
it did.
What if you went out there with like a camera, and you got a really good picture of it,
Yeah, would that do it for you?
Couldn't and then you hang that in your
That's
thing?
like this drink for an alcoholic. It feels good. Well, kind of, but it's not really what I had in mind. It's like a mocktail, like a photographer. I don't smoke anymore, but I just chew a toothpick. I go, well, it doesn't really give you the same energy.
You go hunt for an elephant, and they're like, "Hey, just hold the elephant closer to camera so it looks bigger. Just hold it out a little bit more."
Yeah, if he does like a paw, or like not a paw print, but like a footprint in the mud, just scoop that up, take it home.
Yeah,
right.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah, what you need?
Yeah, that is kind of weird because you could just also donate that money and not kill the lion.
To the local economy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But what if they were like growing them, like on the hunt farm, or they breed them to hunt? But then those are the
I don't really like
domesticated
that.
ones.
Like, what's the point then? That's like going to a deer
It's
farm.
like fence farming.
The next episode should be people saying their level of hunting, and we decide if it's right or wrong.
they're good people or not.
Yeah, we'll let that one slide.
Yeah, because if you're off your back porch with a gun, just mowing down, and you're not like taking the deer, doing anything with the meat, you just
Oh yeah, and that's not what you want.
because remember those kids, like all those kids that were like grow up to be like serial killers are like definitely hunting squirrels.
Well, it's the
sure.
homicidal triad is what it is.
Yes, thank you.
What's a homicidal triad?
One is
Thank you. Charlie laughed. Thank you. Explain.
Cruelty to animals is number one. So
Okay.
they'll just do cruel things to animals.
This is called the what?
homicidal triad.
We're getting into it. Yeah.
The second one is a wild one. It is they wet the bed as an adult.
Now this I've
Wow,
not heard.
really? Are you making this up?
It
this is
sounds
really-
like I am, but I'm not.
He's got the wildest Google history.
I'm on a list. I'm on multiple lists. The last one is they are kind of a pyrotechnic. They like playing with fire and arson and stuff like that.
Wow.
So if you got those three things, then
Don't do a sleepover with any pyros. 'Cause
That might be.
You might be.
Yeah.
don't bring your cat around them either.
Yeah, because you go. But you. When did you first start? Like,
Don't fuck with cats.
I killed a possum in college.
How could you do
and
that?
I
dude?
felt horrible about it.
With a
I
car
killed
or
a
what?
possum. No, I don't want to say how I did it, but I felt very bad. I was like, "This, I'm good on
You're
this."
talking about like your bare hands. You just
No,
like, pop
I
its
just,
head
like,
off or, like
It was just. I'm gonna get. Something's gonna happen to me for this saying this.
We can take it out.
It was in a trash can, and I put the lid on it, filled it up with water.
Oh my god!
Dude.
All right, step one, check complete.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know
How many-
Is that what they call you? Rubber sheets. Yeah. So. Oh
Johnny
shit!
rubber sheets.
I was
over
wetting
here.
my bed in the frat house. Shoot, dude, I'm 2 or 3. I'm 2
It
or
wasn't
3.
even water. It was just piss. You know.
No, but I go. Well,
He's like, you guys want to come over for a bonfire tonight?
We'll burn a car downtown. This is not what we had in mind. No, but I was like, we got to kill this. This has been terrorizing our frat house, and I was like, I got it. And then we felt I still feel bad about it to this day.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hunting is not for me.
Well, the one that's not really hunting per se.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
The diabolical part is that I don't imagine you had another trash can full of water that you just dumped in at once. So you had to stand there with the hose
While it's
and just slowly watch.
Act it out, dude.
Slowly watch.
No, I went.
Did you pull up the thing and it's just scratch marks on the top of this deal? You sick fuck. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
What was I supposed to do? What how was I supposed to?
Were you pledging at this point? Couldn't you have found
I
a
think
freshman?
I probably was a freshman.
No, then it's not your fault. It wasn't your own accord.
I didn't know.
You were
and I'm not a
hazed into
man.
it.
I got too much moisturizer on my skin right now. I don't have any means to kill an animal. I have no means to do that.
Possum
Okay,
Killer.
what would you have done?
Possum Killer is a great nickname at the fraternity.
That's
though.
that's the title of this podcast. What would you have done? We say we have to exterminate.
And I can't
Possum.
call someone to come and
you
get
have to
them.
do it.
I would get one.
I'd
I've
probably
done
pick
it.
a shovel.
I've done
A
this.
shovel? That's probably better than my way.
Well, something like that. I'd probably put in a trap and then take it somewhere. I like to think I'd do that because I'm better than you guys.
Yeah, but you said you got to exterminate it. I just take a blunt force trauma probably.
Yeah, my brother this one time, he had a rat running around and he had a cat, and the rat was messing with the cat, and he was trying to get this rat it was in his bathroom, and he ended up taking like a fire poker and he
stabbed it.
Yeah, dude, he felt bad about that too.
Yeah.
Even a rat.
I had to do that with some voles around my house with a shovel.
I don't even know what a vole is.
It's just like a little
smaller-
mouse.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a field mice.
Like
kinda.
the Tennessee voles.
Yeah.
Yeah, same difference. I don't
That's
know.
their mascot.
Mm-hmm.
No,
They're the
Little
ones that,
rodent.
yeah.
a little
They
rodent.
burrow underneath
Well,
the grass.
we should all be like celebrating because technically I felt bad about it. So you're like, he's not a serial killer.
No,
yeah, you're
That's what
healing.
this is full circle.
To be
You
fair,
go, this guy's a good guy.
every time I clean a fish, I do feel bad about it.
A
too.
little.
I feel bad, and then I want to like put it out of its like misery before I start cleaning
Okay.
it or whatever. And
But then but the fishing, that's good. Like that's pretty much you're Jesus.
that Jesus did that.
Jesus did that.
Jesus did
Jesus
it.
did. Now I don't know
So-
if Jesus was hunting a lion, but I knew Jesus did fish.
He did.
Yeah.
And his buddies fished, and that's why
Yeah.
Catholics, we have this every Friday you got to eat fish.
Yep.
Nobody questions it. It's like, was Jesus' friends a bunch of fishers? Kind of
Yeah.
lobbying.
Big Fish back in the day.
yeah.
They're both, hey, we're
he got a
going
brand deal with Big Fish.
Hey, we're going to print. We're going to print with this book about the history that y'all. Do you want to anything else in there? Yeah. Put a fish on Friday. What? Just, why on
Just
Friday?
slide it in there. Right between the commandments. Just
Just put in
Small
black.
print.
No, Jesus words. Put it in red. Put it in red. And then ever since then, we've been like, I don't know. It's that.
does lobster count?
Yeah.
Questionable.
Oh, well, they took that out of the Red Lobster. The live lobster. You would pick. That's
Oh yeah, they don't have that anymore.
It should be the serial killer square. What do you call it?
Triad.
Yeah, add one more.
Bingo.
Going to Red Lobster, and go, give me that one while it's alive.
The homicidal bingo is what it is.
When did that stop?
I don't know.
Look that
dude.
up. When did they stop?
Did they stop? Last time I was at a Red Lobster, they definitely had the live lobsters in there.
They did?
Last time I was there a couple years ago, I do believe they had
And
it.
you go, why were you at Red Lobster?
Because I
Celebrating.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Are you kidding me? Have you tried the biscuits?
Don't act like you're above
Yeah.
Red
No,
Lobster.
that's my fault. That's my fault.
Okay?
Fucking- It's a staple
Next
of
thing you're-
American society.
Next thing you tell me that I shouldn't be going to Olive Garden.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Well, that's if you're going to eat any meat, though, you want to be closer to the food cycle. That way, you appreciate it more.
If you and the lobster that you eat elsewhere, that same process has been done to it.
Yeah.
Might as well monitor it.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
You might as well think twice before, because then you probably eat less of it if you have to do all this work for it.
Yeah, because you go to a steakhouse, sometimes those really nice ones, and they go, which one do you want here? Of the raw, you ever been to those steakhouse?
Oh yeah.
That's the same. They've killed the animal.
Yeah.
Just behind your back.
It would be kind of diabolical if they're doing the Red Lobster approach and there was just some cows out back. They're like, go pick your cow. You want that for the table? Yeah, chicken.
Oh, nobody has any problem with killing chickens.
No, or eating their eggs, you know. I mean, taking their young.
That's
well,
what
I
I'm
guess
saying.
they're
Where
not
do we draw
fertilized.
the line?
I know it's tough.
I was in Peru on a mission with my church, and that's all they like. Their finest. They have the chicken there so we came. The whites came, you know. And they're like, we got a chicken dinner for you, and they grab the chicken. Have you ever killed a chicken?
Yeah.
They grab it and they slit its throat, and they go up like this, and they go, and they break its neck, and then it runs around for a little while.
Yeah, run around like a chicken with its head cut off.
Joke is across You're like, yeah. This is all reasonable.
How else would you do it?
They ground it.
I just knew you were sensitive about it.
Yeah.
Dang
it.
For our pre-dinner entertainment, we have the chicken.
Yeah. And they did, but that was like a regular, like, they were like, we have no moral, we got to survive.
Yeah.
We don't, what do you,
It's us with the privilege that are sitting here around thinking about it.
I mean, I think it's a classic. You don't want to know how the sausage is made, you know?
Yeah. Especially sausage.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, if you are a village person in Africa and you're like, we got to eat this, we got to kill this to live, they can't email in the pod. They're probably not listening, but we will allow that. Well, they give an exemption.
Yeah,
Sponsors exemption. Yeah. Tell us your situation. So if you like, hey, I live in whatever, I live off the land, I have to kill deer. You go, you're good. We'll give you a
We'll
stamp.
give you the stamp. And then we'll do it while we're sitting here eating burgers at the bar.
Yes. Yes. But don't they have, if you fish, there's a limit in
Yeah,
area.
you got limits. Yeah.
Yeah, about what size and you got
slots, you know.
But
and
why do
certain
they do
types.
that? Because they want them to not go extinct.
No, yes, exactly.
Keep the population up and
Yeah, so it's all about population management.
So if you
And
come back in the boat and you got like 17, they're like, no,
you can lose your boat.
really?
You do that. Yeah, you got to be really.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Where?
Wisconsin.
No way.
Yeah, you can lose your freaking boat,
no,
man.
no. I never heard of this.
Well,
You can lose. They'll take your boat.
They'll take your boat. They don't mess around,
can't
dude.
do that.
Yeah, if you can't take too many walleyes, not the right size.
Walleye tariff.
The walleye tariff. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So you come back with too many. They go, we're confiscating your boat.
Yeah, if you catch if you're bringing in a species you shouldn't, or it's out of season or whatever, they'll take whatever you got. So you got fishing poles, gone. You got a boat, gone.
But if you have the fish, they're dead. They're like, we get these fish
Yeah, they'll take the fish too.
and eat them themselves.
Well, they'll probably bury them in the garden. You know?
Nah, you're making that up.
No, that's what you do with the fish guts. You bury them in the garden. You get. My grandpa had monster pumpkins because you put the fish guts in the garden.
Oh yeah.
you're gonna learn a lot doing a
this is-
podcast with Charlie.
I don't. I want to see. I want to. Somebody needs to comment and say, I know somebody that their boat got taken.
Oh, I bet you a lot of people
No
comment.
way,
Yeah,
dude. No
there's
way.
a lot of people that push the limits with that kind of thing. Quite literally speaking.
You know, like how you sneak like cocaine across the border in a tire or something like that. You have like a false bottom in your boat, and so you open it up, and it's full of
fish.
full of walleye. Now this guy is from Wisconsin, dude, for sure. Would you get respect like on the streets for that?
For
On the
like
streets,
stealing fish?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
No.
It's actually kind of the opposite.
Be frowned
You
upon.
get actually shunned for doing stuff
yeah,
like that.
people don't like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like that. You know that fish? You saw that fishing competition where they weighed and the guy had
Put all the weights in.
Put the weight.
These
guys got weights and fish.
and then and they start fighting.
Dude, the pitchforks came out
That was
in that
I
moment.
love that.
I mean,
love that.
the big problematic thing is like the prize for that competition was like a lot of money.
It's like 100
And so,
G's.
Yeah,
Really?
so that's why
Yeah.
people were getting
They went to
extra
jail.
Bad, yeah.
Okay, so they hid them or something like that in the lake. Or they caught them and then they put weight in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they put
That's
lead weights in
crazy,
them,
dude.
or sometimes people will catch them, put them on a stringer, drop the stringer to the bottom of the lake, and
Yeah.
then they'll go like troll for their anchor, or
Yeah.
they'll put a marker on it, pull the anchor up, and now they got fish for the competition that they caught like the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It's bad news. But yeah, that's when you put that much money on a competition like that, people are going
fishing
to do what
tournament?
people do.
Yeah, they're gonna do that. Where is that in Wisconsin?
Yeah, that one was on Lake Winnebago.
It was.
Yeah,
That was the only thing I've ever known about.
Dude,
a fishing
if
tournament.
you put any money on something like that, people come out of the woodwork. We did like a cornhole tournament in Minnesota once.
Yeah.
The prize was like a few $1,000s, and we had professional cornholers show up to our event that was just supposed to be a ragtag.
They're like,
good
I'm from
time.
Idaho. We flew.
they got the jerseys on and shit, dude.
We got sponsors. Yeah. I would. We got to be in. Can we? Have you ever been in one?
cornhole tournament?
No, a fishing tournament.
No, never been in one. Haven't
I'm gonna
done
get
it.
involved in that.
You should.
What kind of season is it right now?
Right now in Wisconsin, we haven't had the
Opener's
fishing
what?
opener.
Coming up.
Beginning of May.
Oh, and then people get out of school for that. Like in certain
They
places,
more
they get
so do for deer hunting.
first. They
Deer
do.
opener.
Yeah.
They'll get out of school.
Yeah, that's a valid excuse that time of year to have an excused absence.
I heard that. Is it in maybe in Tennessee where you can only get a certain amount? So like if you're tracking one and you see it, and you go, that one's not. If I only have 2 this year, I'm not getting that one.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So it has to be a nice.
It's got to be depending on where you are. Certain regulations. Some don't let you.
Yeah,
hunt
so like in
does.
Minnesota, you can shoot a doe or a buck, and then if you shoot a buck, you can go get a bonus tag and shoot a doe.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's like all
yeah.
different types of
Yeah.
rules depending on where you're at.
It's wildlife management.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
But Trump cut all those jobs, didn't he?
That's true.
Yeah. So now I think you can do whatever you want.
Did he cut the DNR or did he cut the?
DNR
Parks. I thought
state,
he cut the parks.
right?
Because you can't hunt in a national forest.
Oh
Well, used to be the rule, yeah, but we'll see.
Well, yeah, now it's kind of free game. There's no one working there.
Yeah, I think it's a free for all. But anyways, we don't know the right answer to this morally, ethically, whoever you are out there. All I know is that when the robots come, we will be paying our dues.
They're coming for
it is.
us. Yeah. And he goes, you didn't like that Elon Musk tweet. This is from what they know. They'll know.
It's
Anything we
from an
said.
Elon birthed robot. We'll see how it goes.
They're not coming to Wisconsin though.
The robots?
That late. I mean, if they're taking over,
Dude, I'm
they
in
go,
North
"Well,
Dakota. He's getting
you're fine."
Wisconsin
Yeah.
first.
they're going to New York, LA, Chicago, Atlanta. If they're trying to take over,
Yeah.
you got a while.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That actually makes me feel a lot
It's also
better.
there's a lot of guns in Wisconsin and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
too,
Yeah,
so
you
they're
gotta-
gonna go there
Oh,
last.
It'd be a pain. Yeah, it'd be an inconvenience.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of water. So unless they need water, like the Great Lakes, we're right there. So let's just hope they don't need water,
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
which I think.
I think like electricity and water don't mix very well. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They're
I-
anti-water.
I'm going to
Yeah.
put in a big hose in my doomsday bunker. you know?
I wonder if you'd just explain, like, to a robot, like explain a pontoon boat. You go, what is this? They're like a Tesla. We get a Ford F-150. What would we need this for? And they go, yeah, it's.
And you're like,
It's,
well, technically, it's a tri-tune. You know what the hell?
They were like, well, do you pool people? Not on this one. So you did, well, why does it have a water slide on it? It's because we're rich. It's because we're rich. It's because we're doing well.
The pontoon, the pontoon is a weird, that's kind of like a booze cruise.
Pontoon.
I was never a big pontoon guy. But then I
You
drove
heard it here
one.
first. You weren't, and then you got converted?
No, I'm not converted. They're a pain in the ass. I'll go on a pontoon for sure, and it's nice to like if you rent one for a day or two. You know, it's nice to go out there and have some fun. But I don't know why I'm talking about pontoons. But you brought it up.
I don't know. They're trying to get in some callers here.
Oh yeah, let's take some callers.
He's like, hold on.
Yeah, folks, the holidays are here. Summer holidays, which involve things that float. Things that float would be rafts and boats, and sometimes a raft will hit a boat, or a boat will hit a raft, and you'll get injured in that. And if you do, the last thing you want to do is deal with the insurance company.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No,
I'm trying to just float out on the lake, and now I got to deal with an insurance company.
yeah, you got a split raft. You know that's enough for one person to handle. Let Nicolet handle the rest. Call Nicolet Law, ladies and gents, 1-855 Nicolet. And you just worry about patching that raft. And watch out for boats.
Robert, you got the Bellied Up podcast here with Miles, Charlie, and the comedian John Crist is on the line.
What's going on, brother?
Oh,
Yeah,
how's it going?
welcome to the pod. I heard that, I don't know where to go with this, but you're in love with your best friend.
Yes, yeah. So I actually have a couple things that I can request for the airing, if that's doable. Can you guys do a voice change?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
we'll change
She
your
wants
voice.
it. She wants it because she's freaked out because she works at a huge company and she doesn't know
Which one?
if yeah. Well,
We almost got him.
dude, I even have to change the name now because I've talked about it with my obviously we're gonna call her Sarah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're gonna call me. I don't even know if we can. Maybe we have to do a new open. I don't know, but
We'll decide the
Rob.
name we'll decide the name at the end based on how the story goes. We'll pick up a good persona for you.
And then if I let the name slip, maybe we'll just beat that.
Yeah,
out.
we got
you
we
bet.
got you.
So far, this
Okay,
if you're going to commit a
okay.
crime, this
Do we-
sounds like the worst criminal of all time. He's like thinking about this live.
How high profile are you that you're requesting a voice changer?
Well, I'm not a high profile at all. I've got I'm an outside sales guy, so I've got a lot of customers because I travel between 2 different states, so a lot of people know my voice.
He's a big deal.
And then,
Yeah, dude. Good deal.
and then she's a upper management at her company, and it's a huge bank, so they have multiple branches all over the place.
Like
so
Bank of America or Chase or
it's as big as one of those.
okay.
Okay.
We'll go with Banking Incorporated Corporation.
Okay.
Take notes.
You
This is a
know.
lot.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
These are his demands. He wants nothing less.
They're met. You got it. You got our word, and I'm excited to
And-
pick a voice for you.
Yeah, I hope you know that we're gonna give you whatever voice we want.
And
So-
based on this buildup, this story better be
Yeah.
wild. If it's
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Good.
So where do you guys want me to start? Do you want me to start
The
at the
beginning.
You want me to start at okay. So me and her knew each other. Me and Sarah, Rob and Sarah, once upon a time. We knew each other back in 2013. That's when we met. We had the perfect meeting story. It should have been a love story, but we turned it into a friendship because of bad information.
Curtain
bad
boy.
experiences. Exactly.
Oh,
We
yeah.
met at a dance hall that's no longer around, but we both knew it. Our families used to dance there. I saw her from across the dance hall, walked over to her, asked her to dance. We had that first dance, country music. If you live in Texas, that's there's fairy tales.
We got
You know,
Troy
that's
Bolton on the line. This is turned into High School Musical here.
Yeah. Out here two-stepping.
Yeah, exactly. So it was I can tell you the name of the dance hall because 1.5 million people went to it. It's Midnight Rodeo.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
We're from San Antonio, and Midnight Rodeo was a staple point. It was it was our urban cowboy spot, from this part of Texas.
Yep, we
So
got it.
Everybody
Yep.
and their mama and their grandma danced there. So we met there. We hung out. We knew each other for years. She was interested in me, but I didn't know. I was interested in her. She didn't know, and we just wound up developing a friendship. Now, how or why we didn't figure this out is mostly just due to shyness or just the wrong time. But I mean, she's the perfect match for me.
Why do I feel like you're both married right now?
We're both married. Well, not only are we both married, we both have had kids in these marriages. We both own houses.
Mhm.
Wow. It's going to be messy.
Yeah.
Fully paid off the house?
Oh God, no. I mean,
That's
I wish that would make it easier. Right?
Yeah. Just got to get some clarification. All right, we're good.
okay. So you guys
All right,
met.
so
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. So she met her husband at that same dance hall, and I met my wife. I know, and I met my wife not at that dance hall, so it's not like everybody met at that dance hall, but I met my wife in 2016, and she met her husband in about 2017, 2018. They've got a 5-year-old daughter. Me and my wife have 2 boys together. We're all friends. Like,
This is
they come over to our house. They were here Sunday
Wow.
for a barbecue.
Oh
you know?
my God.
So you got butterflies for this gal.
So, and then I have a.
He's
I've
over
been
there
married
like
before.
trying to keep it cool, and he's like asking people how they want their steak done. Well, like the chick he's in love with is just sitting right there. He's just over there flipping burgers, being like, "Oh, this is fucked up."
I did, and her husband actually, was like hanging out with me outside and stuff, and we're talking.
Oh
and
my God.
Meanwhile, we're literally having, just the best time of our lives one day out of the week when we both work from home, and the rest of our week is just like it's just living until we get to that next point. As far as relationship goes, like, we love our kids. We don't want to change anything about our kids. We just want all of our kids to live under the same roof without our spouses. That makes sense, right?
Wait, back this train up. You're saying one day a week when you both work from home, it's the best day of the week. What are you guys doing on this one day? I'm guessing you're not working from home.
We're both working from home. We pick a house or whatever, and we find a way to get one vehicle in the driveway, and we hang out for the whole day, and we just talk. Like, we went to TJ Maxx last time, and we had like a blast.
You're still friend zone, dude. You are still directly in the middle of the
just the best
zone.
day at TJ Maxx.
Well, there's other things going on too, there's that. We know that that's good. That's like so small compared to everything else. It just, what we should have done in 2013, we're kind of doing now, and it's
Yeah. Oh man, this is
it's
a
gotten
nightmare.
to a point where we know. Well, and there's so much to unload. It's like, I don't want to just be
Yeah,
when we're talking.
You've
but
been
there's
unloading
so
that
much.
TJ Maxx.
Dude, I could have. And just so I'm clear here, so Josh is the other guy. I had a bone to pick with Charlie Berens, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Maybe we'll have to do a sequel to this or something. But,
Wait, why?
We can do it now.
Do it right now.
dude. Okay, Charlie Berens brandy is not for sale in Texas, and I don't know what the heck Charlie Berens has got against Texas, but we're gonna have to. Yeah,
Well,
that's a.
I will get you a bottle.
Well, hold on. We need to put some stipulations on that bottle.
Not-
We need to get Rob
not
right
on your
here.
day off. Not on your day off.
Yeah. He's trying to get Randy with your brandy, Charlie.
Shipping. They
No.
wanted to charge me $22 as shipping to get it over here. Another liquor store, a couple states down, because that's the closest I can get it.
It's-
From because I live in central South Texas, which is a half a country away from everywhere. So
Yeah.
they wanted $22 to ship it, and then the bottle was like $20-something bucks. So I didn't understand.
Yeah,
that.
man, it's a whole thing with the mafia used to run the liquor business, and that's still kind of the thing. We only sell in Wisconsin, but you come up here to do it. Not do it with her, but you come up to Wisconsin, I'll get you a thing. So where are you guys at right now? Like, you guys are just you've never done anything. You've never rounded first.
I think he's hit a grand slam.
Has he?
We have played many innings, but there was the past where we never did any of this, where we both wanted to, but it was just, how like you change 10 years ago, you weren't the same guy you are today.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
True.
the people that we were 10 years ago, we don't even know those guys. Well, that's how I was. That's how she was. We were bar people. We hung out. We dance halled. I have a 14-year-old daughter from my first marriage. That's not this marriage. It was another marriage. This is my second marriage. She's only been married the one time. But I had a 14-year-old daughter, so I would, have once a month or so, I'd see her at this dance hall. She was pretty frequent there. and she's a good girl. Like, she wasn't like a run around different guy at night kind of person or nothing. She liked dancing. Like, country dancing was like her favorite thing to do in the whole world.
What's her favorite
but,
dance? What's her
now-
favorite? She go Copperhead Road. Or...
The wobble. No,
Yeah.
no,
There you go.
yeah. She's just, old George Strait songs, whatever, man. Anything. She can dance to anything. She's just a very, very beautiful person on the dance floor for sure.
So where do we?
She's got a. Go ahead.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah, how can we help?
You are so clearly in love right now with the gal who's not your wife.
What did I call for to get the advice on? Well, I mean, I just more or less called to get, like, in case anybody else is going through this kind of stuff, kind of thing, like, to help everybody out, because we're all either happily married or we're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've got a beautiful family. We both have successful careers. We both have families, like long kids, but we're both in really unhappy marriages. And the spouses that we have are not the people that long term we were designed to be with. They were the people that kind of got us through really rough times in our life, that we had kids with, and we made mistakes. Both of us did, and we know we did now. And we're just looking for a way to try to make it all work without, ruining the kids' lives.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a little beyond that.
Well, we're not beyond ruining the kids' lives, Miles.
No, I just mean, like, the first domino has already fallen.
Yeah.
Like, we can't rebuild the tower at this point.
Let's imagine right now. Imagine a world. Does your wife and her husband, do they kind of have a thing? You guys leave them in a room together? I mean, this could be a pretty easy financial
just like
negotiation.
put your wife and her husband in a room and, like, it's like leave some KY out and shit and just leave them there for a while and see what happens. That could be a good out.
So the funny thing is they're actually kind of similar. They're both, they're not, me and her are the extroverts, and her and him are the introverts. Like, if they weren't with us two, they would never know anybody. Like, all the friends in our friend group are from our old lives. We don't have any of their friends because they didn't have any to bring with them.
Yeah.
We both kind of married the same person. It's funny how our lives have always followed the same patterns and stuff since we've known each other. But that's very true. I mean, we literally have said they could marry each other and probably be happy, even though they don't like each other. So that's because they're both miserable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking a lot about the stuff that maybe probably doesn't matter. You probably just needed to make the decision to just end what you currently got going on before it gets real worse.
Yeah, your choices right now are like, should you stay or should you go? And I think what you have to remember is if you stay, there'll be trouble. But if you go, there might be double.
Oh,
and that's a Luke Bryan song, right?
Luke Bryan song. We knew he knew it.
Should I stay or should I go now?
There will be double.
All right, John. Well, let's have you take a stab at it. What do you think Rob should do here?
All right. Well, you kind of in this type of situation, you're kind of glorifying the what if. If you get out of this one and get into the new one, you're gonna realize that it's it might have been you in the same 3 marriages.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another Luke Bryan
so
song.
You're
like,
we're really hitting the country dance hall trifecta here with all the Luke Bryan,
Doing the theme.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you're saying he needs to work on himself before he does anything.
I mean, when you can't have something, it's like, oh, I wonder, I bet, and then you go,
grass ain't always greener.
Yeah. Now this is a deep type situation here. So there's obviously a lot of feelings involved, and there's a lot of.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to know that when I met my wife, that I have, we've been married since 2020. We were both coming out of really bad relationships, me and my wife. I was working on myself. You know, COVID was a funny time, I think, for everybody. In fact, that's how I followed you guys' podcast. I found Charlie Berens hanging out with dude dads and stuff like that, and man, it's crazy.
yeah.
Now I listen to you guys' podcast like every day. Yeah, I love.
Thanks,
podcast,
man.
Bellied Up is one of my top listens on my Amazon Music here.
I've heard a lot. Well, one, thank you. You're not gonna like the next thing I say, but I've heard people use COVID for a lot of excuses, but this is definitely the most unique thing of being like, COVID happened, and then I just kind of had to start cheating on my wife.
Well, no, he got married in 20. Were you cheating in 2020?
Yeah.
Right after you were?
I got married in 2020.
Oh, okay.
So I've been faithful throughout my whole entire marriage until April of last year. And there's another story there. I mean, there's so much. It's almost too much for just one, episode. I don't want to take up like the whole day, but there's a lot of backstory. There's a lot of little moments, but everything. But getting back to when I met my wife, I was actually working on myself, and I hadn't quite healed yet. And I'm 30. I'm going to be 37 here in June, so I'm approaching 40. Charlie, you know how it is. You start approaching 40, you start like, like what the hell am I going to do for the next 20 years? Because after that, shit, there's nothing except retirement, I guess.
John's older than me. Okay. What the fuck? God.
So he definitely knows. He definitely knows. He's already contemplated all these things.
Hell yeah.
There's just something weird about turning 40 where the years prior, you start really, you kind of realize you're approaching the halfway point, and what are you going to do? So I healed and corrected, and I feel like I've fixed a lot of myself. Well, I've done that for the past 5 years. My wife has been at the same spot she was 5 years ago. Now, we had 2 kids back to back, pretty much due to COVID and working from home and stuff for
Not
so
to
long.
brag.
And I would not take that back. I love them. They're 2 boys. I didn't have any boys before them. I just had, my daughter from the previous marriage. So I have everything I've ever wanted in life, with the exception of my marriage it's just not the right marriage. I know it's not the right marriage because I've been in a wrong marriage before.
Sounds like the guy that's trying to tell us he's going to hunt a lion. He's like, but listen, this is why. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of justifications going on.
Yeah. You're in a tough spot. You're in a tough spot for sure.
I think here's what I think. I think the truth will set you free. You tell your
That's right. It's just do it.
Just tell your wife what's going on. Tell her, and then let the cards fall where they're going to fall. I mean, at this point, they're going to know. If you do the thing, they're going to figure that one out because obviously you guys all share kids together.
It's either at some point that's going to happen, or like to think that you're going to go the next 40 years just doing this work from home once a week thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I mean, Wednesdays are good, but, after some time.
And think about this.
Is it too selfish to think that I could get divorced, keep the kids, keep the house, and also have the wife that I want to?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is so delusional.
What does she got?
This is one of your buddies. This is one of your buddies they called.
You think we're pranking you?
Yeah.
No,
It's gotta be.
dude.
You are living in delusion land.
Yeah, man.
This is wild, dude.
Let me tell you.
It's like I'm cheating on my wife, but it's for love, so it's okay, man. We like to line dance together.
It's not okay. I'm having such a hard time with this.
All right. Well, here's the reality of what's going to happen. If you do this, you tell the truth. Half of everything is going to get evenly divided, and the kids stuff. It usually goes with the mom. Typically, she's got more say. Depends on the state, all that sort of stuff. But
and you're no shot at the house. You got no shot at the house.
You got a boat?
Fight for that one.
We have something that we've talked about, just me and Sarah have talked about with the house, and that's they sell their house and she buys ours, there's a lot. Because we plan to break this to them together. Probably here this year.
That is Can you call into the podcast and just leave the phone in the corner so we can be a fly on the wall?
Yeah, just leave a voicemail.
Hey, wait a minute. Fly on the Wall podcast is already taken.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, dude, like you imagine they walk in and Rob and Sarah are sitting on the same couch together. Like, what are you doing sitting over there? What's going on here? Just be disastrous.
Why is Charlie Berens here?
Charlie's mediating?
Why is there a lot of recording equipment sitting up here? And why is Charlie Berens have a bunch of brandy, a box of brandy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this to wrap this up. The bone that you have to pick with Charlie about the alcohol, you're going to be run out of that Texas town. So Wisconsin, and you're going to be able to absolve that because you can get where you're going to have to move to is going to be so far away. It might be Wisconsin. And you can have that alcohol there.
You can just go to the liquor store at that point. You
Yeah.
ain't got to order online.
Though,
Forget the shipping.
It's 81 degrees outside right now, and this is spring. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys rocking with up there?
I don't think this isn't a negotiation, dude. You're going to get run out of town, and Charlie was nice enough to welcome you to Wisconsin. This isn't like a...
John technically did that.
Yeah, but you agree.
Yeah, I agree. You're welcome here. Yeah, it's
Charlie's actually got an extra bedroom if you need to crash somewhere for a while.
I do. I didn't change the sheets, though. I'm going to say they're fresh sheets. They're not.
That's all right. I'll bring a Snuggie or something. It's all good.
There you go.
Man.
You bring half a Snuggie is what you bring.
You just got to have the conversation sooner rather than later. It's going to suck, but it's better than just living in TJ Maxx for the next however long.
I'm telling you, TJ Maxx is a wonderful place with the right people, folks. You know,
I don't understand this guy.
At least go to Home Goods, dude. At least level up, bro.
At least go to get some Kohl's cash.
Dude, we could go anywhere and have a good time, me and her. And,
oh my
and
God.
I know you're thinking we're just friends or whatever, but we've known each other since 2013, and we're like, I mean, it's not nothing new. It's been going on for a year. The romantic aspect of it has been going on for a year, but we talk like every day, and everything that she complains about is what I'm going through, and vice versa. Like, we figured out that what each other actually needs, like your love needs or whatever, is actually what we have, what we need. You know, each other to already give.
That's
great.
The
love languages. He's talking about the love languages.
Yeah.
Right?
There's 7 of them or something.
That's great.
I thought there was 5. What's the other 2?
There might be 5.
Let's talk about the love languages after you get out of your current marriage. Then we can figure that out.
Yeah, you got to go through quite a
You're on
mound
step
for you.
48, and we're on step 2 right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna change his voice. We're gonna change the language too. We're gonna change everything about this.
God, I forgot we got to change the voice.
Our next sponsor for the next episode after this, Ashley Madison.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lawyer.
Dude, did you also change your name from Robert to Rob?
Yeah, he did.
I know, isn't that original?
Yeah. All right.
No,
well,
I mean, I could give you guys an after story. You know, that might be the better episode for sure. But what we're starting with right now is a whole lot of conversation, and like, you know, the fact that we've known each other for more than 10 years now and have never ever like pissed each other off and stuff like that. We've lived together before in the past, never dated, just as friends. There's a lot of backstory and stuff like that. But it's not just an affair, because an affair is like not a word. It's an ugly word. You know what I mean? But it is what's going on. But there's a whole lot more to it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just is an affair. I think we could safely say that. I don't think
it's at least
Are you a politician? Is that also why? Like, you're really good at
he's a salesman, dude.
Outside.
He's a salesman. Have you talked to like therapist?
No, he's talking. We are the therapists. He's like, dude.
I thought that's what I was doing.
The wildest part about this is like Charlie can fix this.
Yeah,
Sarah, babe, you go look at the candles in TJ Maxx. I got to call into the podcast.
I'll get this squared away. All right.
Trust me, I know some. Go
I
ahead.
was sitting in the handicap stall of the TJ Maxx bathroom right now.
All right. Well, listen, Rob, good luck.
Yes, sir.
Tell Sarah we says hi. And
Not me, y'all too.
tell your wife we says hi too.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with John. You say hi.
Charlie.
I'm just
Charlie
being polite.
says
I'm
hi.
being polite. I'm being polite. I'll say hi.
You could tell your future ex-wife I says hi later.
Well,
There
I
you go.
appreciate it, guys. And y'all tell your folks we says howdy from Texas, man. And I'll call again after the bombs have been dropped down here, and maybe give you guys an update on
A bellied update.
starting over exactly after I've bellied up
Yeah. Well,
financially.
yeah.
You're
You're
belly
gonna
up. Yeah.
child support.
Oh, yeah.
Google that. And
Man,
all right.
I've
Well,
already been divorced once. I ain't scared.
yeah, that's right. You know how to do it. Well,
He's like,
You
just
know.
put it on my tab.
it's a well-traveled road.
All right, well, have a good one, man.
Thanks for the call, brother.
Stay away from the dance halls between now and then.
Oh, man. That is the first time we've had someone call in and just openly be like, I'm having a full-blown Z affair that's super messy, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, that was wild.
Well, okay.
We saved that one for you.
When
by
it
the way,
was
yeah.
ringing, I was like, "Oh, y'all do like a cool effect that it rings and then we play a voice,
Yeah, you're
and then we like advise them." I was like, "Is this guy
real?
on the phone? This guy. This is my first time on this podcast. That's how you introduce me. Could you not like? Who's the call screener? Is it just blind? Is it completely
No,
blind?
they leave voicemails.
They
and-
leave voicemails, then we line up a time.
What did he say in the voicemail?
I don't know. You
Do
want
we
to
want-
play
we
it?
can play his voicemail.
He said, "I
He's
got a
doing it right now.
relationship question."
No,
That
he
was
said,
a
I'm in
lot
love
more-
with my best friend.
Oh,
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right. We did.
So
hear
I
that.
thought
Yeah.
we were in a typical like 22-year-old.
Yeah, he's at the office, she's at the office. They talk
Yeah.
at the water cooler.
They don't know how to, make it to the next step.
Yeah, and then I see he's like, I'm nervous to ask her out, but I see her at church
You're
every
like
Sunday.
a classic friend zone
Yeah,
situation
that was-
is what we were walking into.
I thought that's a prank. That's not real. Y'all
Yeah, it's
joking.
not good when they ask off the bat to do a
Change
voice
the voice.
changer.
Also, we
I don't even
can't
know
do-
how to do that.
Like we're
talking
like we're a
over him.
Netflix documentary.
Are you running cocaine across the border? What do you mean change your voice, dude?
You gonna play that, Jared?
What's going on, guys? Robert from San Antonio, Texas. Long-time listener with you guys. First time ever doing something like this. I'm a little nervous, so go easy. But I have a little dilemma. My best friend, female best friend of 14 years.
He's
We are
so
both
hung up on
married.
that.
With kids,
Oh, so we did know.
and we're falling in love with each other.
Yep.
She
You
has
said
a
it.
husband. I have a wife. I have 3 kids. She has
Oh,
1 child.
man.
with her
Is this
husband.
the call? We heard this.
We are
This
the
is his
same person
voicemail.
in different bodies, and it's quite an interesting tale of how we met.
He like thought we were gonna be like, oh my
Yeah,
god, this
dude.
is a fairy tale. Like
Yeah.
you guys belong together.
Well,
Same
I-
person in different bodies. Usually that don't work out a whole. If you get the person with the a lot of times someone completes you, and well, they don't complete you. That's a
Compliment and
therapist.
complete.
Compliment.
Yeah.
They can help you. Help be strong where you're weak. But
I'm gonna have to look myself. Well, they didn't know I was on this pod, but y'all have to look yourselves in the mirror and be like, "This is the guys that are gonna ride with me on this topic."
He like totally thought we were gonna be on his side.
Yeah, they'll understand. These
that's
guys-
on us, Miles.
That might be on
That's
y'all,
on
dude.
us, dude. We have given out the. He listens to every episode.
And he's like, "These guys would
This
understand."
is the only place I can go.
Damn.
I think at the end of the voicemail, he said Charlie Berens for president in 2028. That's what it's transcribed as.
And he hasn't said
He's
anything
really counting on
the
me,
whole
dude.
episode. He's like,
Oh my god.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna be up. I'm gonna put my head on the pillow tonight, and I'm gonna be thinking about that for several nights.
He was just kept bringing back how in love, like cocaine in love. You know, that's that love. If they package up love, so is a drug. You've heard people say that.
That is it.
It would be criminal.
That is
Correct.
it.
He was
that
so
is wild.
delusional about the whole thing.
That is wild.
It's crazy.
I think for anybody, honestly, thinking about going down that road, that my therapist would always be like, he would always tell me, he was like, play it all the way out.
Yeah.
Like, then what? Then you get to live in an apartment on the other side of town, get visitation on Saturdays, meeting up in the Chick-fil-A parking lot to pass off the kid. Like, play it all the way out. I'm not even joking.
No,
I'm being like in dead serious and like, all right, let's walk this through.
Right.
And then you realize, oh, and now being honest, obviously, is difficult, very difficult. But I think the idea of like when you're imagining something, it's perfect, and we're gonna be in public at the dance hall now. We don't have to hide anything, and you're like, yeah, but walk this all the way through.
Correct,
and the money and like, yeah, it's not an ideal situation, but you play either one of them all the way out.
Yeah, you're kind of imagining it, doing the escapism thing, you know, playing your own fantasy deal, and then it'll be interesting. But yeah, at this point, I think he's just got to tell the truth and go from there. I mean, worse would just be continuing.
Yeah, I think also if you're like, you know how those guys that have done those crimes or whatever, and they are hiding in the woods, they lived there for like 50 years, and then they just like walk out and they're like, I did it. I can't take this.
Oh
anguish anymore.
The guilt.
Hey, whatever.
Hey, you're talking to two Catholics here.
Yeah,
You talk to us about guilt, dude. Let's go.
You got it. Dude. Yeah.
We were raised by guilt.
Yeah.
I think 40 years.
We were born in the guilt.
Living,
You merely adopted it.
Yeah.
we know about that. Dude. Yeah, he probably to live with that
Yeah.
secret for another 40 years is not the way either.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
That'll eat you up inside.
and I would say also, I don't know, you're both of y'all, but I have no platform to advise this guy.
No, me
I've
either.
made a bunch of terrible choices in my life, so I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but the one easy thing is like, just tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think regardless of what your
Text them
situation
though.
is.
Don't text.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
Text.
Not.
Well, give you
Snapchat.
some time to cool off.
Send a Snapchat
Voice
with
note?
like a dog filter to kind of lessen the burden. Yeah.
Oh, I wish.
My heart's beating fast.
Are you?
Yeah.
I feel for this guy because that's a wild thing to have over your head every day.
Yeah.
You know, and to live with that other person and see them every day and deal with that.
Yeah.
He's like, in the next year, I'd be like, just do it next week.
Problem is like they're gonna do it and they're come out and then all of a sudden he's gonna like live with this chick and then he's gonna be like, she farts.
Yeah. Why does her toe go like
the
that?
toe goes like that.
Yeah.
She's always asking me what I got going on. Before it was nice. We just saw each other once a week, and now she's just here all the time.
Yeah. Distance makes the heart
and then
grow
he's gonna
fonder.
go back to the dance club, and we're just gonna do this whole thing again.
Start it over.
Fourth time's a charm.
Oh well, I'm glad we were able to have such a fun, upbeat.
Well, so it's a good way to get it. Yeah. All right. Somebody has to either somebody that hears this and follows the pod, or I need some resolution on this.
Yeah. We're gonna get a belly.
We have his number, so we can text him.
All right,
and
well,
ask him.
when the pod down the road happens,
Oh, we gotta bring you on.
somebody.
Yeah.
We'll I gotta
zoom
call
you
in. I'll fly up.
Do it. Do it.
We'll do a live pod from South Texas.
Like we're outside the house. It's like a breaking news.
Dude, we should go to that dance hall. That's where we should do it at.
Yeah, we could.
Where it all started.
Then we could just have an episode of Jerry Springer style.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
This is probably how Jerry Springer started in some ways.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got a voicemail coming up here.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, Miles. This is Tyler from Minnesota, 25. Quick question for you guys. I'm an accountant, and, on dating apps, no one really wants to see, click on and like someone who's an accountant. So my question for you guys is, how do you make accounting sexy? How do you get, the girls, for the opposite way, for the guys, for any accountants out there? How do you make accounting sound attractive? Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you just put in your bio, I'm a freak in the sheets, the spreadsheets.
You
There
put
you go.
6.
He missed it. He was going to move on to his own joke, and he didn't properly appreciate
Thank
that. It's a
you.
great joke, Charlie. Does he always do this?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Did you hear
I don't always do that. I thought you were done.
Okay, yeah. And then,
I thought you were done with freaking the sheets, and so I was ready to go on that, and then you said that. No, that was really good, Miles. Sorry. I wasn't. I wasn't living in the now.
I
wasn't
actually
living in the moment.
I said that to someone in person. So my wife's friend.
Oh no, you too.
It's a great
Got that one. I got that one.
Don't give him props for that one.
You too.
So, which one of your wife's friends did you say you're a
No,
freak
she
in the
brought
sheet?
her new boyfriend, and I was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And he said, "I'm an accountant." I said, "Oh, so you're a freak in the sheets?" And they both looked at me like,
How do you know that?
"Well, no." They were just like, "I was so inappropriate." I was like, "Freak in the spreadsheets. It's an accounting joke." And they're like,
great
"Oh, okay,
Yeah.
How many more dinner parties have you had with
not
that?
much." It gets a laugh about a quarter of the time.
We got you, dude. No, we got you.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good.
How do you do that?
What do you think, John?
I mean, first of all, you're rich.
as an
He's
accountant,
rich. Yeah, is accounting a rich job? You get money for that?
Depends on what kind of accountant you are. Yeah.
he's got to quote my grandma's friend. My aunt was dating an accountant, and I asked that same question: does he have a lot of money? And Lois Bentley, she goes, "Well, he's got access to a lot of money." You know? So,
That's a
good
good way to say
distinction.
it. That's a good one. Yeah, I think it. Well, okay, you gotta move like rich dudes that like work for IBM. They're like sports car enthusiasts.
Yeah.
The job is get the job out. Just get the job out and put something else you do that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to
Get
be
the
your
job.
personality.
Yeah, like we have a cool job.
Yeah.
If we're talking about what do you do for a living, I'm sitting in the circle. I go, I can't wait to get to me. I'm a comedian. That's a cool job. I play in the NBA. Like what?
Mm-hmm.
If this accountant is up against other jobs, he's done.
Yeah, don't play on their
turf.
game. Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
play. You got to move off. You go, dude. Avid fisherman. I own a pontoon boat. Whatever it is.
A Prius,
Yeah,
the
something.
whole thing.
What's your best quality? Put that in the line.
Just highlight that.
Let
Yeah.
the job come out naturally.
Or say, what do you do for a living? Don't worry about it.
Hey, mystery.
Don't worry about
Mystery.
it. I can't tell you.
Or no, just do a. You don't know it.
Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it.
You just.
Try me.
I don't. I don't want to bore you with that.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of my buddy was an accountant,
Yeah.
and I think that's what he is. And he was trying out for the FBI, so he was doing the gun training. So if you're an accountant,
He was trying out for the FBI. Like
yeah, he was
it's a
doing
football
tryouts.
team.
yeah.
FBI this weekend.
All right, everyone, we got a crime scene over here. I want you to come look at it. All
I like
right.
how you're actually shouting in the bar and everyone's turning
We
around.
got to cry.
Sorry.
Headphones
Yeah.
on.
Sorry
I'm
about that. Yeah.
He's wearing headphones.
There's no crime scene. That's not
Yeah.
good to yell at a bar.
Or I was going to say he could switch jobs because there is pretty soon going to be an inside sales job opening up in South Texas.
Outside stuff. Yeah.
That is true.
It's going to be open.
That is
If he
true.
wants to get in there.
Well, think about it too. Not to, bring up robots twice in this episode. I think I only get one per episode. But in like anywhere between 1 to 5 years, there will be no more accountants.
Accountant's gone.
You're,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
for sure. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to come up with another aspect of the startup now, or just write 6-1 accountant. If you write 6-1 before anything, they just see the 6-1.
What does that mean?
Your height.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
good
and
idea.
shoe
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'1".
6'1",
yeah,
size
dude.
14 for reference.
Literally, you could open up a TD Ameritrade account and then just say investor.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously.
I mean, dude, what if no, I'm out on this guy because if you're struggling here, it's a wrap. I would have gotten creative a long time before figuring out what my job is, dude. I'm just silence the truth and just blow up the other
Just
parts.
give some money to your little nephew who wants to do a lawnmower business and your private equity.
Private equity investors.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Philanthropy. Yeah. There's a million.
Just drop a 20 in the plate at church and you're a philanthropist.
Just like the housewife that's married to the rich guy that has like a candle shop. It's hemorrhaging money every month. She's like business owner, not because she doesn't want to say.
Yeah.
This is the easiest problem to solve.
Yeah.
After that last call, we should have started with this guy.
We should have. This would have
Solve
been
this guy's problem.
really eased us
Yeah.
into it. I just write founder. You know, I don't even know what that is, but just write it down.
Of your own dating life.
Yeah. I found it.
Yeah,
you know, or a looker because he's trying to.
There could be 1,000. This solves so easily. And I also, isn't this what dating sites? It's this.
Yeah.
No one else is
How can I spin my own life to sound better?
Yeah, that's what the whole thing
apps.
is. Yeah. You're lying about other stuff in that profile.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Don't let the job be the truth. Yeah.
This is where, of all the things, this is where.
I also like to imagine there's like a ton of girls on this app just like swiping through like, oof, an accountant.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I also like how our advice to the last guy was tell the truth, and this guy's just lie, dude. Lie. We're so inconsistent.
They're like, we never know where they're going to fall. Yeah.
This isn't a Bible study.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's a good one.
Good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And to everybody else, the same. What you mean? Fudge on your height, fudge on your weight, fudge on your pickleball player. You don't play. You played once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's why you're not getting any matches because you say you play pickleball in your your profile.
You
play tennis like a man.
Something.
You know?
Yeah. We'll offer this. We'll go through your camera roll and we'll tell you the photos to put.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great service.
Do you know that there are services out there that will take photos for you for your dating profile?
Really? Like a senior pictures?
Guys are paying to have good photos to be on their dating profile. I knew a guy in Fargo who like went somewhere else in the country to do that.
Really?
As a photographer.
Like a boudoir photographer
but for Tinder.
They're like boudoir, except put your shirt on. Yeah. Why do you have your shirt on?
Well,
put the fish down and put your shirt on. Yeah, that's the start. Why am I not getting any matches?
Some you know, there's like a whole art to a dating profile. I don't really know.
I got
anymore.
lucky and I didn't have to do that very much.
Yeah, I'm out the game too.
Same. Yeah, I'm out the game.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Now it's like only how people meet. You remember when it first came out and like
everyone was like,
a
oh, you
stigma?
met online.
And girls would always be like my friend put me on here. I didn't even want to do this, but like my friend was like, he's just like, we'll see what happens. Nobody set one up themselves.
Correct. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't even want to. Yeah, they were like, let's just see what it is. Like, what? I just like flipped my Tinder back on.
And then Jake met his girlfriend at a bar, and he was having people being like, "You met someone at a bar?
You just you talked to them
in real life?
Neanderthal?
You a caveman?"
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for coming on, John.
I
This
think
is great.
on the net, it was a positive.
Yeah,
We did
for
it,
the whole episode.
Yeah. I feel like we were good up front. We took a big dip, and then we came. Yeah.
Where can Rob find your tour dates?
I'm probably coming down there. I don't know. JohnChristComedy.com or any of my social channels.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man.
After that, I don't think I'm trying to promote. Honestly,
You're trying. I saw you drop the mic and like walk away.
I thought it was a joke.
I actually saw him in the middle of that take his phone out and he deleted our numbers out of his phone. It was in real time.
Yeah, dude, come up to the bar, dude. We got a podcast. It'll be fun. Yeah. This is why my sponsor says I can't come to this bar. And how did it go? You know what? I should have listened.
Yeah, John, what happened? You're like, you should have heard this podcast, man. It was too much.
I've been sober. I've been sober for 5 years. I've relapsed. I'm at the bar.
You had one Red Bull too many. One Red Bull at the Red Door Saloon.
Charlie, I'm starting to think that you and I are the problem.
We might be.
It's like
Clearly.
it's all about the company you keep, man.
Yeah.
We got these guys calling in.
Yeah.
The people on the internet, because you got to start staying away from that, Charlie.
Come on now. What did Jesus do? He hung out with the prostitutes and the fishermen.
Who's who?
Huh?
Who's
I'm the
Jesus?
Well, what are the
prostitute and the
fishermen?
What am
fisherman.
I? Okay, all right.
You're the possum killer. So
Yeah, we welcome you here too. Sir. Just clawing his way out.
he's filling it up, and he's like, fuck, why is it one? Damn it, there's a kink in the hose.
There's a hole in the bottom of the trash.
Yeah. He's just giving this possum a bath. Well, guys tried to kill the possum, didn't go well, so now we just got a pet. Don't worry, he's clean. I cleaned him up.
It's a posse.
Oh man!
Don't worry, those nails are pretty well, filed down.
Just
He's
turns
clawing
into
his
a
way
spa
out.
day for the possum. He's trimming the nails.
Oh yeah. Well, God bless that possum. God bless Rob.
Robert.
God bless the accountants.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. Tip your bartender, and we'll see you next one.
See you soon.
Okay, hope you guys have a good one. Goodbye now. Toodaloo.